My husband started this business about 10 years ago in the spare bedroom of our house. Employing people has become, quite a challenge over the years, especially when you have responsibility for all those people that work for you to keep the business going. If you look after your staff will look after your business. It is that simple, and that's what we try to do here as a company. We came in overnight 2 years ago in January, and Amazon had stripped out 20 of our top product lines overnight with no explanation. We couldn't understand why. Amazon at the time was 70% of our business. So we looked at different ways. We looked at cutting hours. We looked at reducing salaries. We went to spoke to our business consultant who crunched the numbers with us and said, here we are. If you make 2 positions redundant, you will survive. It was soul destroying because we care deeply about our staff, and it's a horrible thing to go through and a horrible thing to tell people your jobs are at risk. I had been through redundancies myself, so I knew some of the rules, but I then did some research. I spoke to ACAS and got some guidance from them. One good thing we had in our favour was we had a training matrix that we used for the production team, which listed all the staff's names in production and all the machine names that we have and how good each person was or how much training they'd had on each machine. Unfortunately, the people that were at the bottom of the matrix were a husband and wife, which I was upset about because I knew it would impact them badly. The next thing I knew, I was contacted by ACAS for reconciliation process, and it went away for a little while until I got the tribunal forms about a month or 6 weeks later. Initially we received 4 claims, so it was marriage discrimination, it was breach of contract, it was disability discrimination, and I think the other one was holiday pay. Then they came to us later on in the process with an additional 4, so it was bullying, harassment, intimidation. They were throwing the book at us. It made me really, really ill. The realisation that it doesn't matter what you do and how much of the right side of the law you stay on, and even if you follow every process, you can still end up in a tribunal through no fault of your own. I phoned ACAS and they said, right, have you spoken to a company called Peninsula? And when Peninsula came on board, although it was still a stressful situation, they took the lion's share off me and managed it for me. It felt like I had someone holding my hand. The way Stella explained things, I felt confident knowing I was going to trial with her and with Peninsula.
Just by nature of my work, when cases come to me, it tends to be at a quite critical moment. It was a huge case in terms of its complexity, the amount of claims, the bundle, and just trying to reassure the client, Maria, that I was going to be able to get across this in 24 hours when she'd lived through this for years. Anyone who is going to tribunal should be worried, and people that aren't worried, that's worrying for me, because there is absolutely no such thing as I've got a good case, I don't have a problem. If you're going to tribunal, you've got a problem.
If you lose a tribunal, it's a public forum, and it's a real worry because we have a good reputation. We're a local employer. We employ local people. If you've got this bad reputation as an employer that's going to treat their staff badly, which we hadn't done, that's going to have a huge impact on you, on your company. I thought that Peninsula would offer me a reasonable service and that I would be covered legally and that I would have some legal representation. That's what I believed. Yes, I did get that. But it was far more than that. To be able to phone someone and say, oh, I've got this issue with HR, can you just help me out? Immediately you get help, immediately you get a response, immediately you get a template. There's no delays, but Stella took it to another level.
I've never been taught that this is a job about winning cases. Of course, that's what we want to do with all the will in the world. We would love to win every single case, but our ethos is really about having our clients' backs, and that runs through my entire approach with everything I do. So from the first moment I speak with the client, as Maria's explained, it's all about, I'm here, I've got you. You're not on your own anymore. And then that, you can just see the whole thing just comes down to something much more controllable.
She wowed me, and Peninsula have wowed me. I was going to look at renewal this year and think, well, maybe we can do a lot of this ourselves now. After the tribunal and the support and the level of support we got and the level of support we get every day from Peninsula, I won't be going anywhere.